game, Lou. All right. Knicks in Atlanta, game 4. It's now tied. Cats triple-double leading them. It's a 114-98 win. There were a bunch of these, by the way. OG Anunoby with 22 and 10. CJ, 17 points. He was 8 of 15. James Dolan was in the house. Anybody care? Cool. Atlanta, 7 fast break points. All of those came in the fourth quarter. All right, first triple-double of his playoff career, by the way, for Cat, which I actually found that a little bit shocking. If we talk so much about Cat and what his role is and why nobody seems to know, and yesterday it seems to work.
Well, I'm surprised as well. Like, this dude is super talented. We obviously know how well he can shoot the basketball, how skilled he is offensively. And when he imposes his will, like he's been doing, to his credit, he has come out a lot more aggressive. Even just the way he's moving, the way he's cutting, the way he's attacking the offensive glass. Like, that is the type of energy that you need for him. And it's on Mike Brown, honestly, to get him more involved. I would have him setting the action with Jalen Brunson. I would have him handling the action. I'd have a two-man game with him and OG. He is one of the more versatile, skilled bigs that we have in the league, where he can handle, he can play make. You can play through him, you know, at the top of the key, at the elbow. Like, he is a very, very, very talented player. And now he's even given us the energy and the effort that we've been looking for. So this is a huge step going forward, going back to the Garden. All the momentum. You got Cat playing good. You got to figure out a way to have Jalen Brunson be a little more efficient. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
That hurt my knee watching that. But this is the version that the Knicks need of Karl Anthony Towns to get out of this series and to continue to advance and to compete for a championship. They have to have him aggressive. And they have to have him just not take the back seat all the time to Jalen Brunson. He is too good to do that.
I think the word we want with Cat is consistency from game to game instead of guessing which version shows up, Lou.
You know what? I see it different. He had a great night, had a triple-double, but he still only had 10 shot attempts. Like, I still need him to take 15, 20 shots a game. He was super efficient, 6 for 10 from the floor. But again, 10 shot attempts, you got 10 assists. That tells me you were still passing the ball, you were still being unselfish, and guys were making shots. But if they don't make shots, we're having a different conversation. So for me, 20, 10, and 10 is a great stat line. Don't get me wrong. And it's also history. You know, he's the fourth Knick in history to have a triple-double during the playoffs. I'm not trying to discount that. But the shot attempts, when we're talking about him being aggressive, I need that to go to 15 or 20. Like, this New York Knicks team got to live and die with the ball in Cat's hands, with the ball in Jalen Brunson's hand. This is a good night for them, but think about Atlanta on the flip side of this game. They're a team that creates a lot of their points and a lot of their energy and offense off of turnovers. They didn't create a lot. They gave away too many second chance points. They allowed New York to be big dogs on the board. They didn't get a lot of runouts. Like we said, 7 fast break points, and all of those came in the fourth quarter where the game was pretty much already decided on. All of those things, Atlanta's going to adjust to that. And when they do, we're going to need Cat to be a lot more aggressive version of himself. So a great night, great triple-double, but the shot attempts is still alarming to me.
Yeah, like, who on that team is going to have a problem with Karl Anthony Towns taking 20 shots? No.
Yeah. I don't think anyone.
That is a better version of this team and him when he is aggressive. Like, he is one of those players that you talk about that he has deserved to have that kind of freedom and flexibility on the offensive where he can go and take some bad shots. He can go and be aggressive. He can get going early. And I think that's key to his game and the success for this team is to get him going early, get to the foul line, get downhill, get out in transition. It's so easy to guard the New York Knicks when it's just, all right, set up in the half court, high pick and roll, Jalen Brunson, and then have to hit a tough mid-range shot. Like, it's so easy, and you can switch your coverages up, and it's too predictable of an offense to guard. Now, when you have your center, who's a 7-foot, 260-pound man, handling the ball, passing the ball, moving, cutting, transition, like, then all of a sudden it makes him more difficult to guard, and you still have him being aggressive. So I agree. I think he needs to be more aggressive and take 20 shots in Game 5 because they're okay with winning and losing with you being aggressive.
By the way, I didn't know he picked 32 after Magic Johnson. Did you?
No,
Which makes the assist thing make a little more sense. But that's a fun fact. That is a fun fact, kids. Take that into your Monday. Second half of Game 1, Jalen Brunson. This is getting a little bit weird. Shooting 38% from the field. This has once again sort of reared the heads of the Paul Pierces of the world, saying he cannot be the best player on a championship team. And I saw a lot of Becky Hammond rewinds over the weekend because she once said famously now, smallest dude on the team can't be the best team on a championship team, so whatever that is. Are we buying this, Lou? Or is he just struggling for a minute?
Yeah, I just think the brand of basketball, it just has highs and lows when it comes to the New York Knicks. Like Jalen Brunson, he has to create so many of his opportunities off the dribble. He has to do it for himself. that can weigh guys down, especially when you're getting challenged. And when, like the Atlanta Hawks, they got 3 or 4 different guys they can match up on him. They can throw C.J. McCollum at him. They can throw Dyson on him. They can put Alexander Walker on him. They got so many different guys that they can have guard him. Even, you know, in their coverages, Atlanta switches 1 through 5 a lot of the time. So Okongwu might get him for some possessions. Then Jalen Johnson might get him for some possessions. They got so many fresh bodies that they can keep on him and make it difficult for him and wear him down throughout games where every once in a while he may be inefficient because of his legs and his impact and those things. And so, you know, if Mike Brown can find a way to get him easier looks, you know, a couple more post touches, they probably a trap it or whatever you have. But if he can get some easier looks to reserve his energy to be more efficient on the offensive end, I don't think we're having this conversation. So, you know, I think the smaller guys can be the best players on a team. You know, SGA, he's not a particularly small guy, but he is the point guard. Allen Iverson was able to get a team to the championship, to the finals until they ran into, you know, the Los Angeles Lakers. We've seen guys get there, you know, so I'm not subscribing to that, but I think there is a better brand of basketball that they can make it easier for Jalen Brunson.
Who's the one guy in Golden State?
I believe his name is Stephen or Wardell, really, Curry.
I disagree. I think he can be the best player on championship
It
team.
is an argument.
I just don't think it's this team. Like,
Oh.
I don't think this team is a championship team, but I think he's definitely a system player. He's a offensive, brilliant mind player that has to be in the right system. Him and the Warriors' free-flowing system, screen, constant motion is not Jalen Brunson's game. He has to have the ball. He is a James Harden, Luka type offensive player that his usage rate is going to be through the roof. He is going to pound the air out of the ball, and you can have a lot of success to that. Now, I do think there has to be more of a balance offensively with the Knicks in general in this team.
I mean, he took 18 shots.
And having a big like Cat that's aggressive and having a wing like OG, but like Burgess has got to be better. Josh Hart's got to be better. So when you look at a championship team, yeah, a lot falls on the best player, Jalen Brunson, but these other guys got to be better too. Their bench has to be better. Like everyone collectively to be a championship team has to play their role to the max and to their best of their capabilities. The Knicks aren't doing that right now. Neither is Jalen Brunson, but everybody can be better. But I do think he can be the best player on a championship team.
Yeah.
I just don't think this team's a championship team.
It's a brand new series, so we'll see Game 5 what it holds. By the way, there was a bit of a father-son moment last night. I mean, I don't even know how you work with your dad every day, but here we are.
This is crazy.
He said afterwards, no debate, just 2 competitors going back and forth. This is wild to watch, Jalen.
I mean, I love it.
Can I ask you a question? If Jalen wanted him fired, is he fired?
Gone. Gone.
Amazing.
See you later. See you at Thanksgiving, Pops.
Bye, Pops.
This is backyard childhood.
Woo.
Like, this is just on the highest level in the NBA and the playoffs, so obviously we're going to talk about it, but come on, there's love and admiration and respect here between these two.
It's funny to see.
It's hilarious to see.
Y'all, I'll give you some behind the scenes. When I interviewed Jalen Brunson for my show, Rick came along, and they were at it the whole time, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And if you know Rick Brunson, who's an ex-teammate of mine, he's a trash talker. He's somebody that's going to be an agitator. I know it's no different when it comes to coaching his son and being able to challenge him like nobody else can challenge him the way that he does. So this was nothing to me. When I saw it, it made me laugh because I know Jalen, I know Rick, I know their personalities. This is just how they communicate with each other, especially in a competitive setting where they're trying to tie a series. So a lot about nothing again.
But you know why it's weird, Lou, is because it is a father and a son, so it almost feels like, well, we're not supposed to see this. Like this is weird to me.
At home.
Yeah,
this is just who they are. You know, this is obviously that's his son, but at the end of the day, Jalen is a grown man with kids. He's turned Rick into a grandfather, and so they have that rapport where they just talk to each other in a way where they know the difference between coach and player and dad, father and son. And so I love it, man. I wish I could have these type of moments with my son.
I think it was hilarious.
You don't think if we see LeBron and Bronny get into it, we'd be talking about it?
Oh, for sure. No, because it's just such a rare dynamic.
100%.
So now that we get to watch, I felt like a voyeur, like, ooh. But afterwards, they did eat the Magic City wings, Lou. There was good coverage of that. Cat saying he only wants the Lou Will ones.
Oh, those are so good.
Did he
what
get
can
it?
I say? It's one of the best flavors. What can I say?
It's the flavor.
It's the flavor.
Look at that. I just love
just
seeing
fantastic
that, by the way.
ranch. What an establishment.
But you know what? Now all of a sudden, it's cool to eat Magic City. I got killed for it. You know, I walked so everybody could run. But now I'm glad the world understands I'm glad the world understands it's great quality food. It's comfort food. When you come to ATL, make sure you eat good. It is what it is.
Lou, my guy Juju hit me up on my DM, sending me a picture of the hoodie, so he loved it. All the wrestlers, all the Atlanta people loved that we were repping the hoodies.
Thanks for coordinating with us.
We'll wear it again.
Forget. Well, actually, speaking of, the series is tied at 2. Both of you guys have Atlanta advancing out of this one. They'll be in New York next. Are you still picking the Hawks?
I am. I mean, that's going to be a pick. I'm going to stick to it. I think they are a better basketball team. I think they're playing better right now. And the Knicks' inconsistencies are just going to be too much to overcome. Obviously, this is a big game. The fact that they have home court advantage is huge for them moving forward. It's going to be an awesome environment. Like, CJ McCollum's got to be great. Like, he was great in game 1 and 2 and 3. He struggled a little bit last game. Jalen Johnson's got to get going. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he's got to get going. Like, it's got to be a collective effort, all hands on deck for the Hawks going into the Madison Square Garden to get this win would be huge. And I think the winner of this next game, I think, obviously wins the series. I think it's that important.
Obviously. You're saying obviously. Kind of a big one.
Yeah. Especially if it's Atlanta going back.
I think this series is right where we thought it would be. I didn't think neither team would dominate the other. I thought this was a great matchup, and I agree with Chandler. I just think Atlanta Hawks right now, they have more of an identity. They understand who they are as a basketball team to be able to get them to 4 wins before the New York Knicks do. But New York Knicks, they got a lot of questions to be answered. Can OG be the player that he's been all this series consistently? Can Cat be this player consistently? Can they give enough to Jalen Brunson where they can take some of the pressure and alleviate the things that he makes this New York Knicks team special in the fourth quarters where he can close? Those are all questions that need to be answered. When it comes to the Hawks, I think they have more of a clear pecking order and who's going to do what on their team to get them to 4 wins before New York.
Yep.
Guys, I know you were worried.